Hey everyone, Mark Russo here, and today if you hook the ball, hit it thin, never take a divot, this lesson is for you. We're going to teach you how to build a backswing that's going to help you strike the ball more cleanly, curve it less, actually take a divot once in a while, and hit better golf shots. Let's get going. Today is all about getting rid of your hook, okay? Most of the golfing population wants to get rid of a slice and do what you do, but you're sick of it, and we're gonna help you hit it more solidly and hit better golf shots. Now, what we're fixing today, just so we're clear, big curving right to left golf shots that have a ton of movement to them. You never touch the turf. Superintendents love you, by the way, and you never take a divot. You want to compress the ball more. You want to hit it more solidly. You want to stop wearing out the bottom of the club face. And some of you even hit the ground too much from an inside track and hit the turf here. So we're going to fix that today. First thing we need to do today though is we have to help you understand what's going on to create that kind of a golf shot. And I see this often on the tee. So I want to help you today learn how to make a better backswing so that you can make the club do what you want it to do on the way down more naturally. Okay, so first off, what's going on? We're going to illustrate it first with the club, then I'll show you what the foam roller is here for. Many of you are getting in a situation where the club is short in the backswing, meaning the club head doesn't travel very far, and the shaft of the club is very vertical. In terms of killer positions in a golf swing, this might be one of the top two. Short and vertical on the backswing is very difficult to play from. As an example of somebody who plays really well from a very short backswing, Jon Rahm. What does Jon Rahm do different? Well, Jon Rahm takes it here, but he has the club, his left wrist bowed, and the club laid down here, so it can attack the golf ball. He's also Jon Rahm, and none of us are, so we're going to teach you how to do it a little better. So when you take the club like this in short, here's what has to happen. You know that this end of the club has to hit the golf ball. Well, we're certainly not going to go this direction. So for many of you, you're going to pull on the handle and push your hands to the target line. When you do that, the club excessively drops down and from the inside. And now we can strike the turf, or we can come through and hit the ball in the middle, right at the bottom of the face, okay? And if you catch it, you're generally gonna start the ball too far to the right and create a ton of curve. So we have to get rid of that. There's a systematic approach that I like to help students with in lessons to do this, and I'm gonna show that to you today. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna grab a foam roller, okay? Don't have to break the bank. This is from the Five Below store, okay? A lot of my students have seen this one. This thing's taken a beating, but I want you to take a foam roller, and the first thing I want you to do is I want you to put a mirror or stand somewhere where you can see yourself and put the mirror to your right here where the camera is right now, where I'm talking to, okay? That's gonna be your best bet for understanding what you're learning here, okay? You're gonna take the foam roller and you're gonna hold it just down at the end and down in front of you. And what you're going to learn to do first is when you turn, you're going to move the foam roller, keeping it pointed at the middle of your body in the initial takeaway, okay? From there, I want you to keep turning and let your arms work up and your hands over your trail shoulder, your right shoulder for right-handed golfer like myself, and the club or the foam roller is pointed that direction. Now you can define that however you want. You can say that's left of the target line. This will be right of the target line, no good. Left of the target line, you could call it laid off. You've heard that before. I don't really care what you call it. Point it over there somewhere. And your hands are higher and you're fully turned. From there, you could easily take this foam roller and throw it out into the range without any effort, okay? Because there's no manipulation that has to happen. That's where we want to put your golf club. So, first homework drill for you. Spend a few minutes every night working on this. Turn up over your trail shoulder, keep yourself oriented to the ground, and point it laid off or to the left. One word to note when you're working with a mirror too, okay? Don't watch it while you're doing it. You're gonna get it right every time. Meaning, if I watch this thing the whole way, I'll get it right every time. The problem with that, it's not applicable, because when I go hit a golf ball, I can't watch the club head. I gotta watch the ball. So train yourself to do the movement and then assess where you are. So if I do this incorrectly, I take it back and I have this look, vertical, foam roller straight up at the sky. Oh, I look in the mirror and I'm like, wow, that's no good. So now I know what that feels like. So then I'll move on and I'll keep working it. okay? Step 2, take a club. Start doing it with a club, okay? You can do it in the mirror. You're still at home. You don't even have to go to the range to do this, okay? So now, we're gonna work that for me. Up to the top. Check it out, okay? An additional bonus drill I'm gonna give you here. I like to give my students some options. So, the additional bonus on this one is going to be what we'll call a flat hand drill. You're gonna take your trail hand, for me, obviously right hand, put it flat, and we're gonna put it up against the side of the grip here, okay? And no cheating, by the way. No hooking, no clawing, okay? I get that all the time, no cheating, okay? Flat against the grip. You're gonna maintain some general pressure. When you take your setup, what you're gonna do is, you're gonna just keep that right arm soft, and you're gonna work some backswings. You're not gonna hit balls with this. And I want you to feel your right hand and right arm stay soft and on top. And when you get to the top, your right arm should be under it, kind of like a tray, and the club is over to the left or laid off, whichever you want to choose. If you did it your way, here's what would happen. I'd have a hard time keeping my hand on it, and the club would be very vertical. My hand would just want to pop off. Feel that pressure of being able to load the club here for you, okay? A great drill that some of my students, it really throws the switch for them. What do we do next? You go to the range. You might do some rehearsal swings. The next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take a short club. I wanna say short. Start 8-iron down for me, okay? And here's what I want you to do. If you're working off grass, you can put it on a low tee. I've done that here, super low tee, just to give us a good lie so we don't make it harder than it needs to be. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna start by hitting some stop and go shots for me. Now, keep in mind, when we do stop and go shots, we want this whole golf swing to flow, right? But we're trying to create a technique inside the flow that works. So, up to the top, get the club where we want it, stop, hit it. So I hit a nice little cut there, not a hook. And I've annotated our target line here with my buddy out in front of me here, our foam noodles. And you can see the ball start left of it and actually come back to the right towards the big electric pole in the distance. The anti-hook. Okay? Most of you are starting it out here to the right of that and slinging it, and that fence might be in danger, okay? So you start easy for me. Up to the top, stop, through. Then you go faster and bigger. You rehearse, and then we put some swings in. One of the next step drills that I think I would highly encourage you to use is the next one I'm gonna give you to help you when you go into full motion, and that's a towel drill, okay? So, old school drill here. I learned this a long time ago from a couple different teachers who were mentors of mine, and this one has served me really well. So you take a towel, you roll that thing up into a nice long burrito here, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna put the towel down, and please make sure you do this correctly. It is parallel to the target line, okay? Super important, okay? And what you're gonna do is, we're gonna set this up, and you're gonna put the ball 1/3 from the front of the towel, okay? So we set it here, 1/3 from the front of the towel, grab our club, and it's just a little bit more than, about a ball's width from the towel to the back of the club, okay? And here's what I would do. Make some practice swings in here. And if you come in here, you get too short and too vertical, you are gonna crush this thing on the way down, okay? So start easy for me, okay? You might just start in here and make some practice swings. Up all the way, lay it off, stop at the top, go through, hit the ground, and then exit to the left of the target in front of you. That's what we want. We don't want you to hit here, drive the towel out into the driving range, and exit to the right, okay? And then what you might do is you might actually hit some balls with the stop and go from that drill. So we're gonna set up, we're gonna work it up. Perfect, little cut, okay? A little helping wind on the cut today too, okay? So you're gonna start there, easy, nice and easy. We're looking for balls that start just left of the target and work back, okay? Then, when you feel comfortable with that, the next step up the ladder, so to speak, from those home drills is gonna be full swings. But you can throw a primer in, okay? Primer meaning, this is where I wanna be. Okay, got it. Now we're gonna try and get it up there, okay? And I hit it thin, but I cut it, okay? So I'd be fine with that. Remember that when you're doing these drills, perfect contact isn't always your goal right away, okay? That might not happen because it's different. Make sure you're doing things as diligently and slowly as possible, and you're seeing some change in how the ball flies. It might not be struck perfectly. I'd be okay with that in this scenario, okay? It'll get better. So to summarize what we're trying to get you to do here and fix that hook, we got some work to do in front of the mirror with the club, with the foam roller. You're gonna do your diligence there with those, be patient with those. At the range, you're gonna set up your towel parallel to the target line, okay? 1/3 from the front of the towel to the ball, okay? And then you're gonna hit some shots for me. Stop, load the club where you want it. If you don't like it, do it again. Up to the top, rotate through. And then put the ball in and hit some shots for me. Then, full swings with that little primer rehearsal, and then we go. Eventually, where are we going last? Everything goes. Towels, training aids out of here. And now it's targets, different clubs, rehearsal swings. And don't be afraid to make practice swings that feel ridiculous, okay? That would be ridiculous at the top. Most of you need that. High hands with the club over here. That's the opposite of this. So don't be afraid to exaggerate. I promise you, if you take your time with these drills, do your work at home, and have a plan when you go to the range, you're gonna see huge results. Small curves are what we're looking for. Hope that helps you. We'll see you on the lesson tee.